What's up? It's the Brunch Breakdown. DD out here in Los Angeles. Chris is celebrating birthdays, and Dan is in the tunnel still stuck in
Still
the
stuck here.
Liberty tubes. Still stuck in the Liberty tubes. Traffic, what's the traffic report down there, Dan?
Backed up, brother. Backed up for miles. That's all you can see is just the tube all the way at the end and all the way behind me. Just the light pattern is it. Is it. We're making do though. We're here. We're surviving.
Oh man, just trying to get down to Station Square. Just
Yeah,
can't get
that's
there.
it.
Just
That's
can't
it.
get there. One day he will. Oh man. Well, today on the show, it is Sports Brunch. And Chris isn't here, but we still have to do it because listen, the college football playoff starts next week. So
Yeah.
we have to do it. And there's just lots of things. We're talking Notre Dame, Cheez It Bowl, Sheromme Moore, Davonta Smith's juicer. We got a lot of stuff to get to today on the show, and there are a lot of visuals. So make sure you follow us on YouTube for all of that fun stuff. So it's Sports Brunch. Buckle up, folks. Dan, let them know where they can find it.
Yeah, yeah, absolutely. I'm glad you mentioned the video pod there. We're actually going to start there, okay? Each and every episode. And this one's important today because there's some things we're going to talk about. You're like,
Very
what are you
much.
talking about? I can only imagine what you guys are talking about. Get to YouTube, get to Facebook, or if you listen in Spotify, or if you don't listen in Spotify, start listening in Spotify because the video plays right inside the app. Nowhere special. You don't have to go and try to search for the video pod. It is the same podcast within Spotify. The video just pops up automatically. So those again every Wednesday with a new episode debuting just about 9 a.m. Pacific time, noon Eastern time, but you can watch anytime you'd like to after that. Where, of course, everywhere audio podcasts are available as well each and every Wednesday. Those ready to go. First thing Wednesday morning, no waiting for time, no 9 a.m., noon. That's going to be ready for you to go first thing Wednesday morning. We're everywhere on social media at Brunch Breakdown. And we continue to just pound away at an incredible year in the Sounds of Brunch.
Mm.
If you're not following that playlist, what have you been waiting for? Um, I'm excited about the Sounds of Brunch this week, and you'll see. You get away to the end, little tease, little tease. Sounds of Brunch is going to be phenomenal this week. That gets updated each and every Friday, exclusively on Spotify.
Very nice, dude. Sounds of brunch. I am so excited for the brunchies. I don't know where I'm going with song of the year. I don't know where I'm
Woo!
going
It's
with
gonna be tough. It's gonna
I
be
don't
tough
know. It's
sledding this
tough.
year. Yeah, man.
Like album of the year, I feel like is settled for me.
Okay.
With all the songs, I have no idea
Song's
what I'm
always a
doing.
tough one. It's always the toughest
Yeah.
category, I
I
think.
don't know what I'm doing for songs because I like to not have the song of the year be the same as the album of the year. You know what I mean? I try to
Yeah.
like
Yeah.
switch it up just for fun. And I'm like, it's tough. It's like once I take out the songs from the album that I know I'm gonna pick, I'm like, damn, this has been a fun year.
Yeah.
It's been a fun year.
It
Fun
really
year.
has. It really has. I mean,
Yeah.
the Sounds of Brunch itself could have its own award category,
Mm,
but it's likely that the song of the year comes from the Sounds of Brunch. So that's why you got to listen. Get in early.
very much. Very much so.
You know?
And I got a solid throwback for the Sounds of Brunch today, so stay tuned.
Oh,
Um,
okay.
oh yeah. So all right, now it's time to get random topics off our chest. And it's sports brunch, so it's time. It's time for me to have a talk with Cleveland Browns fans.
Oh, okay.
Cleveland Browns fans, I am one of you. Not as diehard as all of you. You know, once the Browns lost to a one-arm Matthew Stafford in 2009 on an untimed down, that's whenever I decided that diehard is not how I'm going to describe my Browns fandom.
Yeah.
I'm going to describe it as something my dad put on me in 1985, and just like my last name, I can't get rid of it. You know what I
Right.
mean? That's
Right.
just what it is.
Yep.
So I'm a Browns fan. My dad gave it to me. It is what it is. My name's Daniel. My dad's name's Daniel. It is what it is. Same thing with me being a Browns fan. It's just what you got. It's what you got. You deal with it. Um, I really, really don't know if I want Kevin Stefanski fired, but I
No.
do know that I don't understand how you watched Dylan Gabriel and thought that he was better than Shador Sanders at practice every day since June. I need someone to explain it to me. It's the same thing that I thought with you guys in the whole Pitt quarterback situation. I was like, that guy's
Mm.
not good. And then they put in this guy who all of a sudden is like leading Pitt on this long winning streak and is obviously good. And you knew it the first quarter of the game that he started. And you're like,
Yeah.
you watch this. That's an indictment for a head coach. Like where everybody's like, oh, you should fire this guy because he's been there too long. Like fire Harbaugh, fire Tomlin, whatever. They've been there for so long. You just need a new change of scenery, blah, blah, blah. I really think that people need to like just rethink how they want to fire people. And I don't think it's like, oh wow, they put in the new guy. They should get like they should get a reward for that. No, 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 no. No. You should honestly be looked at badly for not seeing what you saw. Like what were you looking at? Like why did we have Dylan Gabriel start like 6 games? This made no sense. And I'm not somebody who's like, oh, Shador's going to be the franchise guy. No, 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 no. I don't think that at all. Holds the ball too long. It's all the things that, I had a problem with Shador. You see it in the NFL. It's just that like he's not afraid to throw the ball down the field. So it's like cool, And I root for Shador, but I don't think he's the guy. The Browns are going to draft a quarterback next year, and I don't even think that quarterback's going to be good either. So it is what it is. But I want to say this about Shador. Um, I am happy. I am energized by him for the next couple games. It gives me something to watch the Browns for, and I think that's what we should be happy about if you're a Browns fan. You have something other than Myles Garrett to watch because Myles Garrett is a superhero. He's freaking incredible. I love watching him. I hope he breaks the sack record, and I can't wait. But it's really nice to just be like, you know what? We have someone back there who's going to, I don't know, do something, make it exciting. Even Shador when he throws a bad throw, it's still just a little bit more exciting. At least it's going down the field. So, Browns fans, just be happy that we have someone that, I don't know, can throw the football around. It's cool. It's fun. And it's not a 40-year-old quarterback. It's not Joe Flacco back there. It's like actually somebody young and fun, and we root for Shador, I don't think he's going to be an all-pro, but hey, got someone to root for. And just chill out. I've heard a lot of things. He threw for 364 yards this week, and that's awesome. Like, awesome. And all the people who were ripping on that for some reason, just like, oh, well, it's a bunch of yak yards. I was like, dude, everyone's not out here throwing for 360 yards. I don't care how they got it. Like, the Titans, they were like, oh, it's against the Titans. I'm like, the Titans have sucked all year. No one's thrown that much against them. So it's like, give them some slack. Give them a break. Like, Jesus. But anyhow, just, Browns fans, be happy with what you got. He's not the answer. We're not good. Just, be happy. Shouts to Myles Garrett. You're a legend.
It's amazing that he continues to put in the work when he's very clearly not happy.
He's so not happy.
So, like, just shouts for some willpower. Yeah. I know you started off that rant with saying you don't know if Kevin Stefanski should be fired or not. But I want to ask you, do you think there's any merit to the report that he was told by ownership to draft Shador? And so do you think that had any, and if that was true, any reason why he was like, no, I have to kind of prove that Dylan Gabriel is a better quarterback, so he's getting the first shot, no matter what I see in practice, just to kind of like be like, hey, ownership, we know what we're doing here. Trust us. This is going to be the guy. And now it's kind of like, maybe you were wrong. So what do you think about that? I mean, I know that's not obviously a confirmed report, but there's a lot of chatter about that.
Oh, I believe that. 100%. Okay. I believe that was just a call that was made. That was like, yeah, we're drafting Shador here. So deal with it. That's what we're doing. I think I truly believe that's what happened there. Yeah.
So it might almost be interesting that like, and you don't know how that call went, right? Was it just like, okay, you got it, boss? Or was there some like, we think we found our guy? Was there some like hesitation, right? Because depending on how that call went, if Shador continues to play well, that almost could give you the justification to fire Kevin Stefanski. Because it's like, oh, remember when we had that talk and you weren't sure? And you finally made the right move and now he's played well? Well, you didn't think so in the first place, so goodbye. So that'll be an interesting story to follow.
Like if for some reason Shador goes, because they're playing some really good defenses at the end this year. So it's like, because I think is there another game against the Steelers? They've got the Bears this week. If he goes out and throws for a ridiculous amounts, Stefanski might go. Because he might go, because otherwise they're going to have to trade Shador because someone's just going to take a chance on him, like the Raiders or somebody or whoever. They're going to be like, yeah, we need a quarterback over here. We're going to go grab him. And someone's going to do it. And I just think it's going to look bad on him because there's going to be a lot of stories that come out about this, especially if he leaves.
Yeah.
Because it's going to look very, very bad where, even Joe Flacco might come out and be like, I mean, we all knew it. Like
Yeah.
we all
Right.
like
That's true. That's
it's
true.
like it's like
Yeah.
because I'm not saying because that's the thing. The Joe Flacco starting isn't the problem. It's the whole just we had to watch a lot of Dylan Gabriel, knowing that we didn't see one flash of anything.
Hmm.
Not one, like you
Hmm.
know what I mean? It's like you you see a quarterback come in, you just want to see a flash of something. You're like,
Yeah. Give me a
ah,
little bit of hope.
I
Right.
see something there. I get it. I
Yeah.
get it. Whether it's good or whether it's like gonna happen or not, you're like, I get it. I never saw it one time. Shador comes in, it's like, I see it. I don't know what's gonna turn into, but I
Sure.
see something here.
Right.
Like, you know. And it also makes you feel good when you see Shador do well. And this is for any college player that you watch do well. It's like you watch college football and like there are certain players or basketball and you're just like no I swear to God I was watching I know this guy's good like I was I didn't watch this for no reason like you can't like no I
Yeah.
refuse to believe that this guy isn't good on the next level and it's like that also makes me feel slightly good like all those late nights watching those late Colorado football games make me feel good that Shador is doing all right because I'm like no I saw it like I watched it like
Right.
I'm not dumb like I
There's
saw it.
there's too many cases of star phenomenal college football players that don't translate in the NFL, and it's just like makes you be like, "Wh- what?
Yeah.
Like system scheme? I get all that players around, but like I saw talent. I can
Like
identify talent at least at a very basic level, and I don't
yeah
know why it's not working. Yeah, there's
yeah
too many of those stories. So,
yeah. Well, get it off your chest, Dan.
certainly, Dee Dee, you know I've been a wrestling fan, professional wrestling fan for a very, very long time. And me, like many people our age, got hooked, like yourself, in the
Hmm.
90s, the Attitude
Oh
Era,
yeah.
WWE versus WCW,
Oh yeah.
WWF at the time. But for me, I really became like an avid watcher in the early 2000s, just a little bit towards the end of that, into this kind of what they called the PG era. When I was like in middle school and then in high school, where I didn't like always have to like, you're at that age where you don't have to just sit around with the family and watch Everybody
Yeah.
Loves Raymond every single night. You know what I mean? Which shout out to Becker too. Great show, Ted Danson.
Oh, dude, Becker.
Dude, Becker was a
Oh
great show, man.
man,
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
dude,
Let's get
Becker's
that
the
on a
shit,
streaming service if it's not already. Paramount
dude.
Plus or something. Let's go. Come on.
Dude, Everybody
Maybe it
Loves
is.
Raymond is now Siobhan's go to sleep show. So like when I go to bed most nights, like she goes to bed before me and I will go in there and it's like Everybody Loves Raymond's on. I'm just like, shit, man, this show's good.
Yeah, I
God
know.
damn it, this show's good. Man, this show is fun. Like literally, like laugh
Yeah.
out loud. Like have to force myself to turn off the TV because I'm not gonna go to sleep. I'm
Oh,
just gonna
right,
watch
right.
6 episodes of Everybody Loves Raymond. It's gonna be 1 o'clock in the morning. I'm like, the show's great. Anyway, sorry, Dan.
For
Go.
sure. No, no, no. Good, good, good little tangent there. All good. But anyways, early in that time frame, there was a man who came out on an episode of SmackDown, and he challenged like a hero of mine by the name of Kurt Angle, Olympic gold medalist, legitimate Olympic gold medalist in wrestling, who was literally raised blocks from where I'm sitting right now. So Kurt Angle was like my guy.
Yep.
And that man who came out to challenge Kurt Angle that day was a very basic looking buff guy by the name of John Cena. And I think most people know John Cena as an actor, wrestler, in that order. And that's fine and that's fair. And no doubt his peak, his fame has like peaked over these past handful of years where he's gotten bigger and bigger roles in bigger and bigger movies and now he's like a Hollywood superstar. But for me, John Cena is a wrestler. And yeah, he acts, right?
Yeah.
And he always will be. And I think a lot of people know this. I hope a lot of people recognize this. This past weekend was John Cena's last wrestling match ever, and at like 48 years old. And I know a lot of people who have anything to do with wrestling or even not, just generally, will be like rolling their eyes at that because like what wrestler ever really like, stops wrestling? You know, Ric Flair
Yeah.
almost like is he's like still wrestling. It's ridiculous. The dude's just gonna die in the ring one day. That's just what wrestlers do. They just like keep going and like they'll have retirement matches or something like that, but then they'll show up on these smaller circuits or different companies or something like that. But honestly, this one is real. which I think has made it more unique and special. It made people question it, rightfully so. But I truly believe, and I think most fans believe, Cena kept his promise from years ago when he said that the day he can't keep up in the ring and he starts to lose it, just a step, he's walking out. He's walking
Yeah.
away. He's not going to just be that wrestler that wrestles once or twice a year and puts on a shit performance just because he's John Cena. And I respect him for that. And honestly, he hasn't been great in the ring in the past couple of years. Like he's lost a step a while ago. But for the first time in a very, very long time, he dedicated an entire year to WWE as a full-time wrestler, right? He's never been able to like turn off his Hollywood schedule. He'd show up once a year, wrestle at WrestleMania, or just do a couple of appearances even. There was a year he didn't wrestle at all. There was like a 20-year streak that he ended 3 years ago where he just didn't wrestle in the calendar year. And he just wasn't sharp because he wasn't doing it, right? So this year, though, as he kind of like had his farewell tour, he you could see that again. You could see that spark. You can see like there's the John Cena that we remember a little bit there. All led up to his final match this past weekend against Gunther, the ring general, in which he lost, as all wrestlers on their way out do. A lot of people were pissed, like pissed that Cena lost. But like that's how the story always closes for a wrestler when they're on their way out. They lose their last match. And John Cena has been one of, if not the most polarizing figures in wrestling history, not in WWE history, from the days where he first made it, started building himself as the doctor of thugonomics. I hope a lot of people will remember that. He'd always wear sports. If you are a sports fan and you follow any like baseball teams, basketball teams, a couple of NFL teams on social media this past weekend, all they were doing was shouting out John Cena and saluting him for his career because he used to just wear sports jerseys
Yeah.
and jorts. That's where the jorts started, and it was such a cool look. He was the doctor of thugonomics. It was super weird, but it worked. So then it turned into like who John Cena is now, right? Hustle, loyalty, respect. A lot of fans loved him, and a lot of fans loved to hate themselves some John Cena. Loved to hate themselves some John Cena. But like everybody this year just like turned all that aside and like respected what the guy has done. There's no doubt he's the GOAT. 17-time champion, more than anybody in history. World record holder for granting make-a-wishes. So like outside the ring as a human being, a truly good dude who's dedicated his life to wrestling. And for as long as I've been watching wrestling, like dedicated hardcore fan for over 25 years now, like John Cena was the guy. He's at the top of the list, right? You have yourself The Rock, the Stone Cold Steve Austin, Hulk Hogan's, guys like that. But like in the past 25 years, John Cena's at the top of the mountain, and he rides off this weekend on a well-deserved sunset. And I just want to give Cena a Cena salute to the never seen 17 last real champion, the GOAT, John Cena. John, thank you. We can see you, my friend. We can see you.
Okay. So shouts to John Cena.
Yeah.
I'm also mad. Not that he went out losing, the
Mhm.
way that he went out.
The way he went out.
I hate, and I'm sure he got the pick that, right?
He definitely did.
Sure he got the pick that,
He
right?
definitely
wanted to
did.
go out whatever way because you're watching it and you look at his face because I watched it like 4 times and I'm looking at his face and I was like, oh, he wanted to do this because you can see in his face where it's like, it's time to do it.
Yes.
And he just goes.
So
And that was it.
John Cena hasn't tapped out in a match in over 20 years. There's only two on record, 2 times in like televised matches where he's actually tapped out or AKA given up, right? And part of his mantra has been never give up. And I think a lot of people thought, okay, Cena's probably going to lose, but it'll be a submission hold and he'll just pass out because like he'll go out the same way. He never gave up. And I think a lot of people thought that would have been cool, but there's a moment he's being held in this submission hold, and he kind of smiles.
Yeah.
He has this weird smile on his face, And I think in that moment he knows like this is it, because the reason I said I was going to leave was because I can't keep up anymore. This is me acknowledging that I cannot do this anymore. Not like, oh, well, you never gave up. Maybe you still could. Like this seals that door. But a lot of people are very unhappy about that. Exactly, that he actually did tap out in his last match. So I'm with you on that.
I wish it would have just been a bigger finish.
Yeah.
Like that's
Yeah.
all. Like
Yeah.
I wish it would have just been like some big finisher. Like I don't know what this
Sure.
guy's finisher is. I don't know. All I know is it would have been nice if it would have been some big finisher, and then that's
Hmm.
how he went out, and it was just like, oh, but this was
Yeah.
like, yeah, and you know maybe to your point, that's really what it was. Like it was just him being like, no, this is my way of acknowledging like I can't, I gotta tap out. Like I'm tapping out
Yeah.
of
Of
rest. That's it.
wrestling. Yeah. Right.
And yeah, but I mean, it was kind of like beautiful, honestly. It was just like, oh
Yeah.
damn! Like you looked at his face, you're like, shit, man. He's like, yeah, it's a wrap.
He's like, this is it.
Yeah,
I'm happy with this. He felt like he was happy in that moment. As weird as it seemed to give up in that moment, it was just very unexpected. And people, yeah, fans were very unhappy with it. But there's no doubt in my mind that was Cena's call. He picked the whole card. He picked his opponent,
yeah.
and I think he picked the finish. That's not necessarily public, but that's pretty much known within the industry that that's just how it goes. They have that much respect for John Cena, and he had a lot of say in exactly what he did this past year, who he faced, where he faced him, when he faced him. So he's going to be an advocate for WWE for years to come. I don't expect us to see him very much, but I think when he does, it's going to be pretty cool, and he's going to get a big pop. And it was just cool. I had a chess segment, and thanks for the long runway here. We're taking it because Chris isn't
Because
here.
Chris, yeah,
Yeah. I went on. I gave a chess segment about John Cena turning heel earlier this year and how cool that was. And then he turned back to being a babyface, and that was the moment fans were like, "All right, this we may not have liked this dude. He may not be the best in ring wrestler. He's not. He's not the best wrestler of all time. That's why they call it sports entertainment,
yeah,
right? He's an entertainer, and he's great in the ring, but he was never considered one of the best in the ring, technically speaking. Um, but it's just yeah, it's kind of crazy to see him hang it up, and yeah, hopefully we see him. He'll go in the Hall of Fame one day. And he says next time, that's he's hanging up the jorts. Next time we see him, he'll be in one of his John Cena suits, and I'm sure the pop of the arena will be just as loud when he does.
dude. John Cena story. I interviewed John Cena like I don't know 8 years ago
Yeah, I
now or
remember that.
something,
Yeah, man.
and for Radio Disney Sports. And I
Yeah.
remember the day we interviewed him, there was a kid that was there, somebody who worked for either probably the Disney company, probably not even Radio Disney, because I don't think I knew the lady. But anyways, was in there and he's probably like 10 years old or something.
Hmm.
And we got done with the interview and John Cena asks the kid what his name is, tells him his name, and he's like, "You're out of school." And he's like, "So you need an excuse." And he's like, "So what are you gonna say?" And he's like, "I met John Cena." And he's like, "No, you can't say that. You have to say you were learning Japanese." And the kid goes, "Huh?" And he's like, "Okay, I'm gonna teach you a word in Japanese. I'm gonna teach you a phrase in Japanese." And he taught him a phrase in Japanese. I don't know what this phrase was. Taught him a phrase in Japanese. The kid said it back to them, and then John Cena wrote him an excuse. Said that Charlie was learning in my Japanese immersion course and missed first period and missed the day of school.
Yeah.
And it's like thanks John Cena, and like wrote
Amazing.
him an excuse. It was like an
So
out
cool.
like literally out of nowhere. I was like,
Yeah.
this guy is like the nicest person on earth. Like
Right.
didn't have to do anything, didn't have to do that. Like just all of a sudden made this moment for this kid, not just being like, I'm gonna take a picture with you, I'll sign something, whatever. Like it was literally like, no, like I'm literally giving you like this kid is like, I talked to John Cena. Like
Yeah.
this kid's probably 18 now. Like in,
Right.
watching John Cena's last match or whatever, I was like, oh yeah, I had this like full ass moment with John Cena that didn't have to happen. And I was like, that guy's amazing. I've never forgotten that.
That's
Like I
so
was like,
cool.
that is the coolest thing ever. And it's like, and I talked to the guy, all that, and it was like, no, that moment with that kid was like, damn, you are something,
Yeah.
John.
It's
So
amazing that somebody can be that big of a star and still have that ability to be humble in
Yeah.
moments like that. And that there's just countless stories with him. He did an interview with Tom Rinaldi. Anybody that follows sports knows Tom
Oh,
Rinaldi. He did like a
we're ready
long
to
interview
cry,
with
baby.
Tom Rinaldi on it's on WWE's YouTube page. Watch it. Just that's all I'll say. It's awesome.
Nice. Nice. All right. Well, let's get into brews, Daniel.
Let's do
What
it.
are you sipping on, sir?
Well, it's been a long week here.
Yes, sir.
It's been a long week here for sure. And we had some, and surprisingly, I don't know if I've had a beer this week,
Hmm.
which is surprising. No, I did.
He's like,
I
check
did.
that. I
I
did.
had a work party. Oh, what was the name of that beer? Tell me what you were sipping on. I don't know why I forgot about this beer completely that I had. And now I have to find it.
Oh,
So,
God damn it, Dan.
you were buying yourself some time.
I was by no, because I have to find mine. We're
Oh boy.
terrible. God, we're all
It's
right. I found it. We're good. We're good. We're good. I knew
okay.
it wouldn't take me long, but I was like, waiting on you. Cool. All right. I had last night. We went to this place called Market Venice. Super good. Ate a bunch of pasta. A bunch of pasta. Had some steak too. We're just eating a bunch, and I'm extremely full still right now at the time we're recording this. So I had something called a strawberry basil buck last night. It was tequila, strawberry, basil, and ginger, and it was just
Woo!
fire. Like exactly what I needed last night. And I didn't even know if I needed that last night, but I was like, tequila sounds like a good choice. And because the kids were acting a fool all day yesterday, so I
Oh
was
boy.
like, yeah. And but the strawberry basil buck got me in the right mood last night. So yeah,
Nice.
shouts to that. I'm like gonna make that at home because it was like I was
Yeah.
like I could do this at my house. This is
Right.
simple. Yeah, so nice. It's always nice when you get a drink that's like made really well, but also you could make this at home. You know what I'm
Yes.
saying?
Yes.
Like it's
Yes.
nice when that happens. It's like because sometimes you get a drink where like I'm not buying all 800 ingredients to make this at my house. Like you can't
Exactly.
do it. You know what I mean? Yeah,
Hmm.
I don't want to do that to make one drink, but this I can do. So I'm happy about that.
That's excellent. A high quality that you can make at home.
Yeah.
I love that. Thanks for buying me some time. Aslan stopped by Aslan Brewing after a little work holiday party. Stopped by
Hmm.
Aslan for a bevy. Um, Great beer from Aslan, based out of Virginia. A couple tap rooms in Virginia and one in Pittsburgh because why the hell not? Totally Cannon is the name of the beer, and of course it was a sour. I was feeling it was time for a sour. It's been heavy beer season, stot season around here, these parts. But it had just the warm and coziness of a holiday beer that you would want,
Oh,
even for a
nice.
sour. Raspberry, hazelnuts, and chocolate.
Oh, damn.
Yeah,
Damn.
man.
Come on. Let's
Yeah.
go.
Yes. And so, like, not puckery sour in any way. It was more of like a sweetness with the sour. It was more like, sour that you get from raspberry. More of like a tartness there. So with some milk sugar that just blended the sweetness. I mean, hit the spot. Hit the spot on all three of those. It's like, yeah, wintertime sours. That's not really a thing. That's hard to do. They nailed it. Totally canon from Aslan. That's just what the doctor
Dude.
ordered.
Raspberry, hazelnut, and I mean, come on. Like,
Yeah,
what are we like?
I
Merry
know.
Christmas to
Yes,
all.
yes. Like it
Like,
sounds like that would be that you could make a stout with that, like what you can, but like
yeah.
the flavors
Ooh.
came through much better because you're not like with a stout, it's either roasty or coffee or chocolate, right? Like one of those
Yeah.
is dominant, but like when a sour, it all came through strong. It was, yeah, 'tis the season. I could drink that all season.
I need to find a good Christmas beer. Like I need to find one. That needs to be my goal for the next week because good Lord, I got
Yeah.
3 weeks of three. I got the kids are off for 3 weeks, by the way. I don't know, like here in like after this week, it's
Whoa.
their last week of school this week coming up, and then
Jeez.
after that, they don't go back until January 12th. Yeah,
Buckle up.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
You're gonna need some winter
Yeah.
beer for
Yeah,
sure.
everyone's like, living in places that have warm weather is great. Don't get me wrong, it is great until you realize that there's no cushion for snow days. We don't have those. So, so they just are like, here's 3 weeks off, guys. Enjoy. It's like, what are we gonna do with it?
Well, yeah.
Yeah. So yeah. Okay, so I'm gonna need a Christmas beer. So anybody got any recommendations I can find,
There
holler
you
at your
go.
boy.
For
All
sure.
right. All right, man. Well, let's get into sports brunch. Let's do it. I think we can let's play Chris's video here and get it going. because we got a lot of topics to get
Yeah,
going.
he's going to kick us off because
Yeah, he'll
I
kick
think
us off.
he's a little upset that he wasn't able to
He's
join
hurt.
us as he usually did. Especially for sports brunch. This is
Yes.
his this is his baby.
Hmm.
Let's see what he had to say this week.
Let's see.
What's up, boys? Sorry I can't be there today. Did want to check in with a video here. What I want to get off my chest this week is about Notre Dame. So, Didi, feel free to chime in after this, but I have many, many things to say. Basically, after we recorded last week, of course, something happened that we would have talked about. Notre Dame decided, like, well, you didn't give us what we wanted, so we're just going to quit. And, I feel like for a couple years there, Notre Dame was actually getting likable. Like I was actually saying like, hey, I used to really hate them, but like now I feel like I actually almost kind of like what they're doing. They're holding the sport together. Brian Kelly's not there, which immediately increases your likability quite a bit. And then this happened. And then the fallout from this with Notre Dame's athletic director basically just going on his own like book signing tour, telling everybody about how Notre Dame deserves to be treated a certain way. Hasn't been great. And then they opted out, or they said they're not going to play in the bowl because it's called Cheez-Its or Pop-Tarts or something. They're too good for that. Listen, Dee, I know that's got to hurt you. I know that's got to hurt you as a Notre Dame fan, but also maybe the largest bowl stan that I know. The fact that Notre Dame will not play in a bowl called Pop-Tarts or Cheez-Its or mayonnaise, that's got to hit you in the heart. That's pretty tough. But listen, man, like I made a funny reel about how, Notre Dame quitting on the season because they didn't get what they wanted is basically, like people who want to lose weight and then they see good progress for like a week or two, and then they'll have 1 or 2 days where the weight doesn't come off. And then they just get frustrated and mad and woe is me and they quit. It's basically the same thing. I made that reel, and then I've been hearing it from family and friends that are involved with Notre Dame. Y'all are very, very touchy right now. Y'all are very, very defensive right now. And all I'm going to say, man, is I get it. If I were a Pitt fan and Pitt made this decision, number one, I think I'd still be kind of like pissed because now I don't get to watch one more game. But I get it. Part of me would like be buying into whatever the school that I root for did. But if you're all supposed to be better than this, then you're all supposed to be better than this. Okay? You either are or you aren't. So, like, if you believe in it and you believe Notre Dame is better than what college football has delivered to them, that's okay. Keep your mouth shut. Because you should then be above people teasing you. But the fact that we're all teasing you and you can't handle it, it's really making it clear that y'all are just like the rest of us. Okay? And actually, you're a little bit less than the rest of us because you're not in the conference. And if you were, you would be in the playoff right now. So just shut up. Okay? Just shut up. I'm sick of it. You're back to being unlikable. I don't know. When's the last Notre Dame national championship? Oh, you played in a few. And in almost all of those circumstances, it was like, maybe you shouldn't be here. Just shut up. Okay? Go to the Pop-Tarts Bowl and deal with it. Okay? That's all I got to say. Hope you have a lovely day. Love you. Not Notre Dame. I love you guys. All right. Goodbye.
Oh boy, thanks, Chris. That was great. A lot of Notre Dame stuff. You know what? I didn't think about this until he said it. I'm happy Notre Dame isn't likable anymore. Like I know it's been so much of like Notre Dame. They got the good looking coach. Like he's on Good Morning America. He's on all the talk shows. Everyone's like, oh, he's so sexy. He's so hot. Blah 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 blah. Notre Dame's got the best running back in the country. Blah blah blah. You know what? I'm happy we're not likable anymore. I'm good with that. Like I've been one of the reasons it's been fun about being a Notre Dame fan is because it makes people mad when they make things. They're mad when they make the 4-team playoff. They're mad when they get to the national championship game. They're mad about everything. I'm happy about it. But this situation is people opt out of bowl games, and Notre Dame specifically has opted out of bowl games, of bowl seasons since I was a kid. So I don't understand why that is the thing that people keep like talking about, especially people like that are our age. Like Notre Dame does this. They've always been like, we're too good for the Independence Bowl, so we're not gonna go. They did this in the 90s. They've done this in the 2000s. Like I don't know. That part doesn't bother me, but like them being so mad about the college football playoff is like it does annoy me just because you had it's not the Miami game. Everyone's focused on the Miami game so much. If you were watching the Texas A&M game, they drove 80 yards down the field and scored a touchdown with 13 seconds left. Not a field goal, a touchdown with 13 seconds left. If they stop that, they're in the playoff.
Mm-hmm.
Like, everyone talked so much about Miami. It's the Texas A&M game that has bothered me all season long, because you're sitting up there, you're watching that game, and you're like, okay, we got this. It's over. And then they score a touchdown with 13 seconds left. That's it. And it doesn't matter how many games you won in between there.
Right.
It's just like you had your shot. And that's the thing about, like, which is the thing I love about Notre Dame. I love the fact that Notre Dame's independent because they get to play all these teams in the schedule, and it's fine. I love that. But like, when you have the shot to beat the team, you have to beat them. And they lost 41-40. Like, like you scored 40 points in the game and lost. Like, they scored a touchdown with 13 seconds left. Like a touchdown, not a field goal. A field goal, I would be mad. I'd be storming. I'd be ready to storm the Capitol or wherever the NCAA offices are. But that's what happened. But yeah, and Chris said that about me being mad about the bowls. I am not mad about Notre Dame with the bowls. I'm just mad at this is what it's become. No one cares about the bowls. All they care about is the playoff now. That's it. And that was always the problem with 12 teams. Is just the bowls do not matter. Mm-hmm. And this is what you got now. Like, you just got the playoff. And if you don't make the playoff, your season's over. Your season doesn't matter anymore. And I just think that's annoying. So that's why it's so easy for Notre Dame and like the other 10 teams that opted out of the bowl games to do it, because it's like, if this is what it's about and this is why we're firing our coaches and then players are transferring, like Jeremiah Love isn't playing in the Cheez-Its Bowl if he plays. Right. So like, and I don't know who else isn't playing in that game. So, you know, it would have been, it's, in theory, it's like, oh yeah, I want to see Jeremiah Love again. He's not playing in that bowl game. Mm-hmm. Like, they had him on a pitch count against Stanford. So like, he wasn't playing in that game. So, you know, I'm not that passionate about it. Any side of the Notre Dame argument I get. I just, you know.
Yeah, the playoff unfortunately waters down literally anything outside of it, which is a shame because the bowl games used to be like all that mattered.
Yes.
And you make some good points. Now, I couldn't agree with Chris more, but you make some very good points, some very, very solid points. And it's heel behavior, which is, you know, that's why some people only root for heels, and it's very, very heel behavior. I think the thing that bothered me actually the most, yes, the like declining not to go to a bowl game, but like then the athletic director going on this media tour, acting all butthurt about the ACC, not like fighting harder for them to get in the playoff. Dude, you take so much pride on being an independent. And yes, Notre Dame is an ACC member in other sports, but not football. So if the ACC has anybody they're going to fight for, it's going to be a member institution. And you're not one. So stop talking about it. That's the thing that like bothered me the most. And now they kind of made such a stink that they've got their like little loophole for next year, right? Where if they're in the top 12, they're automatically in. I think people are mad about that too, that like they complained enough that they have their little loophole next year because they're independent, that if they're in the top 12, regardless, they're in. But to your point, like the Texas A&M game, like it's not like you went undefeated and got left out. You had the opportunity to solidify that, and you didn't. You had your chance, and you let them march down the field and score a touchdown, and it was on the field. You left it on the field. So, boy, it's been an interesting week coming off the college football playoff, that we're talking way more about team that was left out which like is usually part of the narrative, right? But like that's all that people have talked about. People don't care about the bracket. They don't care about the bracket right
No.
now. Hopefully, once the games start, we can start shifting to that. But it's been all Notre Dame on the outside all week long.
Oh, they won't because, and we'll talk about this in a second, but unless Tulane or James Madison plays like a somewhat competitive game, like that's all they're going to talk about
Yeah,
next week
yeah.
is just about Tulane and James Madison not being able, shouldn't have been there or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
But the thing is with Notre Dame and the conference thing, and I had no issue with that either. It's like, yeah, like you're the side chick. You don't get a present on Valentine's Day. Like that's what this was all about. It's like Miami is the main chick. You are the wife. Notre Dame, you are the side chick. It's like, it's nice. Like you're here, you have your value, but like when it comes to Valentine's Day, you ain't meeting the family at Christmas. Like you aren't like, no, like you are the side chick. Like that is it. And that's what Notre Dame is. And that's what, and I have no problem with that. They have this agreement with the ACC, which is all going to be fine, by the way, because like
Yeah.
they're like
Yeah.
the ACC's like they're saying that everyone's being tough now, but like sure, it's like
Right.
yeah, it's like it was funny when like I saw a stat that was like yeah, like some of these schools didn't have sellouts, but when Notre Dame came, like they had their first sellout in 5 years or whatever. It's like yeah, no one's taking Notre Dame off their schedule, so like
Right.
everyone's gonna chill out and like Notre Dame's agreement with the ACC because it's not like they're gonna go do that agreement with the SEC. Like no, they're not gonna go do that.
Right.
You know what I mean? They're in
Right.
the perfect like scheduling ACC schools is like the perfect thing for them. It's like we may have one or two tough games in that ACC schedule every year, one or two. But like they're not going to be like, oh yeah, let's add Alabama, Auburn, and blah 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 to the schedule. Like no, they're not doing that. Like they're not,
Right.
please, you're not.
Right.
Stop it. You're not
Right.
doing that. So
Yeah.
yeah. But let's talk about the playoff, man.
Let's talk about it. Let's look at this thing.
Let's get in it. Let's get in it.
Yeah.
What stands out to you? First off, shouts to Indiana. I did not believe they were going to beat Ohio State, and they beat them in the worst game ever. So shouts to Indiana.
Yes, shouts to Indiana, big time. I didn't think they were going to win that game either. Terrible game, low scoring. It's one of the reasons I just hate the Big Ten so much. And shouts to them. I love that they're now number one. The other story people have talked about is Alabama, obviously not moving after getting their butt whooped in the SEC championship. But then, like, again, people were like, well, the championship games don't matter either. It's like, you got butt whooped and you didn't even slide down a spot. Like, not a good look, committee. Not a good look.
I couldn't believe while watching Alabama, Georgia, that they just kept saying that they were in. And I felt like I was in Bizarro land. I was like,
yeah,
they're just in? Like, what it was like, and they were in.
Like,
and
no
it
matter
wasn't even
what.
a question, but they were saying it during the game. Like, Alabama hadn't even scored. It's like 28-0. And they're just like, I mean, well, they're in. And I'm like, how the hell are they in?
Yeah.
So, yeah. Anyways.
So that's, that's the other thing. But it's like, then if you look at it, it's like, well, Tulane and James Madison automatically in. They're better than both of those teams. Are they better than Miami? Yeah, they're better than Miami.
Yeah.
So, like, I guess by default of the top 10, they'd be number 9. But, like, again, should they even be in based on that game? Yeah. That's the other story. So, and those two teams thankfully couldn't face off till the national championship, but Alabama certainly won't get in there. This is going to be really fascinating. I think. I think the first round is going to be a bunch of horse shit again this year. I really do. I think there's going to be one entertaining game. I think Alabama, Oklahoma will be entertaining, the most entertaining of the four. Oregon is going to butt whip James Madison. Ole Miss is going to be motivated as hell now that Lane Kiffin is gone and want to show him that he made the mistake. So sorry, Tulane, Big Green Wave. You guys are going down big time as well. And I think Texas A&M is going to roll right over Miami. So at least we'll have one game to look forward to, I think, between Alabama and Oklahoma, two blue bloods. But I think this is going to continue to show, just like last year, that the first round is going to be not very good. Not very good.
Can I tell you what stood out to me?
Yeah.
And I noticed this while watching the NBA this week, while watching the Lakers get their ass kicked by the Spurs, which is super annoying. They put up the college football playoff schedule, and I was like, oh wow, they know the first round's going to be terrible because Alabama Oklahoma's on Friday night.
Yeah.
So that's one of the games people want to watch. That's on Friday night.
Yep.
Then at noon, 9 a.m. my time, is Miami, Texas A&M.
Mm-hmm.
Then Tulane, Ole Miss is on at 12:30. And so they have James Madison in Oregon. So it's like they already know. They put the 2 games on first. So like Friday night, Saturday morning or afternoon, wherever you are, and then they put the last 2 games. They're just like, don't care if anybody watches them.
Right.
I'm just like, so you guys know that these games are gonna suck. So
right.
Man, I'm like,
that's a good point.
Like you guys know these games are gonna suck. I couldn't believe when I saw it. I was like, wait, so they want they're like, yeah, like no one's like, we're gonna put the games that like no one's gonna watch. So this is the last like weekend of shopping. So like no one's watching these games. I'm like, you've got to be kidding me.
Yeah.
Like, and if you're Notre Dame, that might make you mad too, where you're just like, you guys know this shit sucks.
Yep.
Like, get out of here.
I know.
You just threw Tulane, the games with Tulane and James Madison. You're just like, don't care if anybody watches them. Right. This shit's over by noon on the West Coast, 4 p.m. on the East Coast. Go have fun your last weekend before Christmas. Like, what? Like, crazy.
Yeah.
Crazy.
Yeah.
But also, looking at this, I think the second round shall be interesting because I'm excited to see Indiana play somebody who's not in the Big Ten.
Yes.
That will be fun to see if it's Oklahoma or Alabama. That game's kind of a wash. They've played each other this season already, so we'll see if Oklahoma wins again. But like Texas A&M, Ohio State should be high scoring.
Yeah.
Like I don't think either of us think Miami's all that great. But maybe who knows? But yeah, I don't know. I think we're gonna get. I don't know how great the national championship will be based on where we're at, because it might end up just being Indiana, Ohio State again, and I'm very nervous about that.
That would be frustrating, no doubt. It's amazing when we get to see 1 versus 2 in the regular season, but like if that ends up being the case again and it's a rematch, I hate rematches.
Same.
But like I also fear that like Oregon, Ohio State could also happen again. Like I think Oregon's got a really good chance to get to the national championship. I think if they get through Texas Tech, I think they've got a really good shot. I think they can beat Indiana. I really do. I think they've got the easiest path to the national championship. And on the bottom half of the bracket, I think it depends. Yeah, Texas A&M, Ohio State's going to decide. That's going to be the deciding factor. If Ohio State wins that game, I think they get through Georgia. If Texas A&M wins that game, they might be able to. It's either Georgia and A&M could be another really, really fun game to see who plays. And I'm sorry, Indiana. I would love to see Indiana win this thing. I don't know when you're playing teams outside the Big Ten. I think there's a little bit of a reality check in there. And like I know Oregon's in the Big Ten now, right? I know that, but like it's still Oregon,
Yeah.
And you're going to play SEC teams. So it'll be, and we'll certainly update this and follow it along as it goes. But you're right. I think second round could really get spicy, but this first round's going to be pretty snoozy.
Yeah, it's going to be snoozy. So who would you pick in the national championship right now? Look at it. Pick it.
The winner or the game?
The game.
Give me Ohio State and Oregon rematch.
Okay. Yeah,
Give it to me.
I feel the same way. I think Ohio State has the toughest path, honestly. Like having to play Texas A&M, having to play Georgia is going to be they're just going to kick the shit out of each other.
Yep.
Like unless Ohio State rolls through people, which they have the ability to do. I just think we're gonna get some fun games on their side of the bracket. The top of the bracket, I am not interested in at all. Like I'm not in love with that Texas Tech team, even though they've got that one player who plays like both ways on their defense, which is and probably should have been up for the Heisman. He wouldn't have won it, but that would have been cool if he was there. But yeah, if I were picking right now, it's Ohio State. Yeah, Ohio State, Oregon, I guess is it.
Yeah.
And that's where I'm with you. It's like Ohio State, Oregon is probably it, and we're going all Big Ten here. But We'll update it, see how it plays out. Maybe Miami wins. Hey man, maybe James Madison does it. Who knows? I doubt it though.
I
So
know. Right.
yeah,
Right. I know. It could
yeah,
be. We'll see. We'll
yeah.
stay tuned and hopefully be surprised.
All right.
Hopefully be surprised, but we're definitely on the same page there.
Well, we talked a little bit about bowls, so let's get into this Cheez-It Bowl mascot. You brought this to the chat, Dan. Let's go.
Yeah, so a couple of years ago, the Cheez-It Bowl's been around for a little while. It's the Cheez-It Citrus Bowl, and they had a mascot that came and went, and people were been clamoring years for him to return, clamoring for him to return.
Couldn't sleep at night.
And ladies and gentlemen, he back. Prince Cheddarward is back as the Cheez-It Bowl official mascot. And you can see why people were upset that he went away. Replaced by Ched Z, which is basically just a Cheez-It. And now both mascots will appear at the game. And I guess Prince Cheddarward is acting as the prince, and Ched Z is more of like the royal jester, they're claiming. And they're promising to deliver an electric game day experience with the dynamic duo guaranteeing over-the-top entertainment that college football fans won't want to miss. Fans can look forward to a spectacular mascot entrance, in-game surprises, and craveable experiences that bring the excitement of the Cheez-It brand to life. Prince Cheddarward. Is this the greatest mascot in the history of mascots?
Have you seen Ched Z?
I have seen Ched Z.
I am now looking at Ched Z.
Oh, you're getting your first glimpse of Ched Z?
That's my first glimpse of Ched Z. And I'm going to say this to all you assholes out there, including Chris Gates and Dan Knopp as well, and everybody else who hates on Notre Dame. This is why we're not playing in the Cheez-It Bowl.
Because of Ched Z?
Ched Z, Cheddarworth, we're not playing. No, we're not doing this. We're not taking, like, Marcus Freeman's not taking pictures with Cheddarworth. We're not doing this. We're not doing this.
He's not getting
okay?
Cheez-It stumped on his head from Cheddarworth.
Dude, and if people want to say, oh yeah, you're acting like you're too good. Yes, you have respect for yourself. Everyone should be too good for this.
Oh man.
I am too good for this. You are too good for this. Have respect for yourself. Have respect for your university. Like, no, 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 no.
This is the greatest mascot ever. It makes me miss the Burger King a bit, the really creepy Burger King. This is a way better take on that. I think I found my Halloween costume for next year. Prince Cheddarworth. Like, Spirit, get on it. I want to see this. I want to see this in one of those
bowl?
Texas and Michigan.
Oh my God. Well, Michigan.
Yeah.
Their coach will not be taking a picture.
No, he will not.
What is it? Lord Cheddarworth?
Prince Cheddarworth. Prince Cheddarworth. Here is a picture of, since you just slandered his name, Ched Z. The non-edible Cheez-It mascot with the glasses. So, like, this is good. And you can see, like, this is the future of the winning coach. Dunked with the Cheez-Its on the head.
And for those not watching, Ched Z is a Cheez-It with arms and legs and wearing the Kanye Stronger glasses.
Yeah, and a mask and a mohawk for some reason. Fire mohawk, maybe.
Yeah.
This
must be spicy Ched Z.
Yeah, I don't know how to describe Prince Cheddarworth besides amazing, and look him up and get to I don't know, incredible, just the most incredible thing. But the other thing, about the Cheez-It Bowl, that we need to discuss quickly. This you might get more on board with. This is a bonus brunch court that we're doing.
Whoa.
This is a Cheez-It crusted turkey leg that they will be selling at the Cheez-It Bowl.
Oh my.
Yes. So imagine a large turkey leg covered in Cheez-It dust, all on the outside, bone handle included. Now, as a Notre Dame fan, are you more intrigued? Should you have been playing in the Cheez-It Bowl to be able to enjoy a Cheez-It crusted turkey leg?
Okay, now take back everything I just said. Take back everything I just said. No university is too good for this.
Yes, yes,
No
yes.
university is too good for this. This is beautiful.
Right?
Like that is beautiful.
Like this
A
would be so good. I think it
a
would really be so good.
a Cheez-It fried turkey leg.
Yeah, brother.
Wow. How much is this thing? How much we sell? How much are we paying
Ooh,
for this?
that's
That's
a
what
good
I want to
question.
know.
I haven't seen that yet. I'm
Yeah, I
sure.
want to
Yeah.
know. But man, that is whoo. Yes. Give me that all day long.
Okay. So
Yeah,
there you
that's
go.
nice. That's nice.
You can
Yeah.
enjoy that at the
Notre Dame,
Cheez
you
It.
should have been
See?
taking pictures with that. There you go.
There you
You're
go.
not too good for that. Not
That's
too
right.
good for that.
That's right.
Oh man. And speaking of the Cheez It Bowl, you mentioned Michigan. We can talk about this for a couple seconds.
Yep.
Sheromme Moore out at Michigan, seemingly out of nowhere, but unless you are a Ohio State fan or a Michigan fan, because apparently, as Sheromme Moore is out because of a relationship that went haywire in some way. He fired an assistant and then broke into her place and threatened to kill himself and her. And now he's in jail under custody. And yeah, pretty bad. But apparently he's been doing this for a long time and everyone knew about this. So like, what is going on at Michigan? That they were just like, yeah, like this has been. I guess this was like a joke on like Reddit boards. Like
Hmm.
people were like everyone knew that he was just like messing around with his wife. Like and everyone knew about it. And I find that part to be the most fascinating. Like what?
It
What?
really is. I heard that too. It was like people, I heard Sports Talk Radio were like, yeah, I got wind of this a months ago. It's like, what? And he just goes, nobody's been talking about it. I'm like, you're one of those people. This is this big story. Like, that's a big deal. That's it. Whether it's a staffer or not, it's like he has two very small children at home. Like,
Yeah.
what? And people are
Yeah.
just sitting on this knowledge. And you wonder if the story would have come out sooner, if it would have ended a little bit different. You don't know that, right? You don't know. We'll never know that. But like you wonder if somebody would have said something or addressed this with him sooner, maybe it wouldn't have gone so badly the past 2 weeks where he's literally did you see him
Oh yeah.
during the Zoom? Oh my
Yeah.
gosh. It was just
Yeah.
like one of those holy shit moments.
Yeah.
Like wild, wild
Yeah.
how quickly a story can turn like that. But like a lot of people knew.
Yeah, that was the most fascinating thing to me was that like people were like apparently there were like chants at different Michigan games that like other fans were saying about like where's your wife and stuff like that or something. Like people were doing this at games. Like this was like just known. There were pictures of him like with this girl and other Michigan staffers. Like it was just a known thing. So uh, like either him and his wife have an arrangement and everything's cool. I don't know because it
Mhm.
just seems like he wasn't getting fired until he did this.
Yeah.
Like because this was actually like police were involved. Like
Yeah.
you were then he was like on the run for like a hot second. So like yeah, like this was yeah
That's what's
this is
weird.
a
It's like he
weird
got
story.
like the justification for his firing was an inappropriate relationship with a staffer. That's
Yeah,
a reason to fire somebody. But they knew that the story got bigger. They knew
yeah,
that this became criminal because this all happened very, very, very quickly, right?
yeah. Very like
Very
very
quickly.
quickly.
Because it was like first just reported that he was fired because of that. And it's like, oh, wow, okay. But then you find out like, oh, they fired him an hour before the rest of us found out why he was
Mhm.
actually being fired
Yes.
because of this criminal activity that went along with it. Like that was the reason why. So it's just, yeah, the weird, weird,
Yeah.
weird, weird timing on everything. People knowing, not knowing, not
Yeah.
great.
Then
Not
there was
great
like
at all.
then I saw one thing that was like and there's just a lot of things that were going through so who knows what was true what was not but something about how he was fired. He wasn't fired the way you're supposed to be fired, so like Michigan's probably going to have to pay him something
Oh gosh.
because like apparently he was because there was a thing that was like he was fired like in a rush by like the AD or by whatever. So it wasn't like, when you get fired by a job, it's like it's HR. You
Yeah.
meet in.
Yeah.
They have the people, like, you know what I mean? It's a whole process when you get fired. And
Right.
apparently he was just like fired in a room and it was just like, you're done. And so, or something like that. It wasn't like the
Jeez.
process. So then it's
Right.
like, that's not the way you can
Yeah, even though
just
the reason
terminate
is
someone.
with cause, even though that's the
Yes.
reason, like you still got to kind of follow the process.
Yeah, you can't just be like, you're not Donald Trump on The Apprentice. Like,
Yeah,
you can't just be like, you're fired. And
Yeah,
you leave.
right.
That's not how that
Jeez.
works. Like, for anyone who has never worked in a business, whatever worked somewhere, like,
Right.
you gotta,
Yeah.
it's a process
For sure.
when you fire someone.
For
So,
sure.
but yeah, that's just something I heard. So I was like, I don't know, but regardless, this is wild. And I was like, golly, like college football, man. Holy shit.
I don't want to come off as a reporter, but there are a lot of rumors swirling around this neck of the woods that there is a head coach in a similar situation here.
Oh boy. Oh boy.
Very, very speculative, but there's also some photos being circulated. You never know what's real anymore. So
Never know.
take everything with a grain of salt. So that's why I'm not
True.
saying or necessarily reporting anything, but just putting it out there that this is happening probably more often than it should be.
Oh boy.
Yeah.
Good life, dude. Shit's wild, man.
Yep.
Power will make you crazy, I guess.
Mhm.
I don't know. But
Mhm.
Jesus Christ. Yeah, so well, good luck, Sheromme Moore, and good luck, Michigan, because I have a feeling they're not gonna have much of a team. So
Yeah, I
Better
mean,
hire a coach.
Yeah, right. Yeah, and you imagine if this would have happened 2 weeks ago, before like Lane Kiffin and who
Oh,
knows?
yeah.
So now all their names are being thrown out there. It could
Yeah.
it could be great for them or really, really,
I
really
think
bad.
I think it's bad. I think
Yeah.
it's bad because like they're gonna have to hire. It's like you got a bunch of pro coaches in names, but like all these pro coaches people are naming, they're gonna be in the playoffs.
Yeah, they're not going anywhere, right? They
Yeah.
won't be there. Yep.
Yeah, so it's gonna be a while, man. That's
sure.
oof, man. Oh man.
Yeah.
Man. Oh man.
Yes.
Well, Daniel. We have one last thing. Should we get to it?
Yeah. let's do
Davonta
it.
Smith. We have the video. Davonta Smith, who has put himself in the candidacy for Bruncher of the Year.
Late in the game.
Late in the game. I mean, this might be the latest we've ever gotten a candidate for Bruncher of the Year.
No doubt.
But I got to tell you, Davonta Smith of the Philadelphia Eagles, he threw himself in the running by talking about his juicer. Check this out.
So it's interesting. I bought me a juicer, and I've been squeezing oranges, apples, and pineapples for the past 4 days. And let me tell you something. It's amazing. The best orange and apple juice I've ever had was
The way he says it's amazing. It's like, hey, let me tell you something. It's amazing.
It's I know.
And that clip goes on. Like it goes on.
Yeah, I bet. What's I want to know what the question was because let's just look at the caption of how this started. So what's interesting?
The question was,
okay.
was, I know what the question was. The question was, what have you been doing since the Black Friday loss? Because they lost on Black Friday.
Yeah.
And it was an ugly game, and they lost the game on Black Friday. And so they were off for a long time after that.
Sure. Yeah.
And so they asked him, like, what have you been doing to get your mind off that loss? And then he was like, so you know what's interesting?
And just like the way he goes into detail describing what a juicer does and what a juicer is and how different it is from juice that you buy in the store.
Yes.
That has a bunch of additives in it. The best apple and orange juice you'll ever taste.
Dude, it's amazing.
Oh, I
Amazing.
love it. I absolutely. I'm a huge fan. I'm a huge fan just based on this and the passion. There's passion behind it.
Yeah.
There's passion behind it. Not passion fruit, but there's passion behind it. And I love it. I want to see him have his own juicer line or something like that. He's got to be. I mean, this is a spokesperson opportunity if I've ever seen one before.
Oh, big time. Especially, dude, Amazon does the NFL. Like, come on. Like,
got
your juicer on Amazon.
Yeah.
Get you over a loss.
You know what's
Get yourself
interesting?
a juicer. I just want a whole segment with him. So you know what's interesting? Just to see what he says next.
So you know
That's
what's
all.
interesting with Davonta Smith?
Yeah. And then there was another clip of him in I think on Hard Knocks or something, talking about how you shouldn't wear seatbelts on airplanes. Because because in his mind, he's like, they're like, oh yeah, buckle your seat, buckle your seat. It's like, man, if we going down, like, who cares? And he's like talking about it with all the rationale, and everybody's just looking at him like, what are you? Okay,
Yeah.
I guess that makes sense.
It's unfortunately not a suggestion on like the flights that you and I take.
No, it's not.
You know what I
Yeah,
mean?
no.
The team charter, private plane, you can
Yeah.
certainly make that decision, but we don't really have much of a choice there.
Him talking about it was just too funny.
Yeah, late nominee, brunch review.
Late, definitely late nominee. All right, let's get into the sounds of brunch, my friend. Let's get into it. What are you listening to this week, Dan?
This time of year, the music release radar tends
died.
to slow down.
Just say die.
Die.
Has died. Everyone
It's-
I know who works
yeah.
in music is on vacation right now. They're all gone. They're all in their
Absolutely.
hometowns working from home. Shouts to
Absolutely.
Austin, shouts to Jasmine,
Yes.
shouts to all the homies. They're all working from home.
Absolutely, and deservedly so. And this
Yeah.
has been an incredible year in music. So, I'm going to dedicate my Sounds of Brunch this week to the man that I started the episode with, John Cena.
Nice.
John Cena. First up by his classic entrance music called "The Time Is Now" that he wrote and sings in. It's been his intro song for the past 20 years. It's iconic. It's amazing. So since this is a dedication to John Cena week, we're going to start with John Cena's entrance music. "The Time Is Now."
Beautiful, beautiful. Danny Kane, back on stage.
Hey!
as now as DK3 is what the fans are calling it because there's only 3 of them. So it's hey, there you go.
I'm taking that
you
nickname.
gotta get that merch.
DK3, let's go.
You gotta get that merch. But yeah, it's D Woods, Andrea, and Aubrey O'Day, and they are now Danny Kane again. And they did a few sold out shows in New York and in LA, and I know they got a couple other ones. And I mean, from everything I've seen and read, it was like it's pretty great. So shouts to Danny Kane. I'll put Showstopper on the playlist this week. So
I
yeah.
love that. I
Yeah.
love that. I'm absolutely looking up the merch store as soon as we wrap up here. Give me that logo. I'm going to continue with a tribute to John Cena. And this time we're going to change pace a little bit. In 2005, when I originally referenced John Cena as one of his very early on characters, the Doctor of Thugonomics, where he was rapping. I mean, the dude can actually rap, which is what's crazy. Like, yeah, some stuff can be helped in written form. Like, he did some stuff that was live that was just absolutely wild. Just absolutely wild. And because of that character, he put out an album
Yes.
in 2005 called "You Can't See Me." And let me tell you, there's some bangers on here.
Okay.
I owned this album, the CD. I have it. It's probably in this house somewhere. I owned the actual CD.
It made the move.
It made the move. And so John Cena teaming up with his boy, the Trademark, on every single song here. And my favorite song off the album is one called "Make It Loud." And I'm going to just tell you, like, put the lyrics aside. This song's catchy as hell. "Make It Loud." John Cena and the Trademark.
Oh man. Kaylani's got the song "Folded" that is huge. It's one of my favorite songs of the year, and she put out the homage pack, which is literally like which is remixes of the song "Folded" with like a lot of her favorite singers. There's a remix with Toni Braxton, Brandy, JoJo, Mario, Neo, and Tank, and a bunch of awesome R&B singers all giving their twist on the song "Folded." That's really big right now, and it's and it's great. So I'm gonna put the one with Neo as my favorite. So yeah, so "Folded" featuring Neo. Gonna put that on the playlist.
Very nice. Very nice.
Yeah.
If you're not sick of John Cena by now, you are when you hear this one. John Cena, the Trademark, and this song called "Bad Bad Man"
Oh my
features
God.
a rapper called Bumpy Knuckles.
Jesus.
I think I love this song more so because the guy's name is Bumpy Knuckles, and he actually says it in the song. He's like, "Yeah, it's Bumpy Knuckles, baby."
Oh my God.
And Like it's honestly when I hear it again 20 years later, it sounds like something Will Smith would have dropped like 15 years ago.
Yep.
It's just like really weird, clean rap music. And not all clean. I mean, there is some swear words in it, but just bad, bad man is the chorus. It just sounds Will Smith like. So check that one out too.
Oh my God. I can't. Why there's all this John Cena on the playlist?
Hopefully, there's gonna be people that don't listen to this episode that just go straight to the sound of brunch and be like, "What the
Yep.
hell?
And they're
What
like,
is all this?"
They're like, I heard on this podcast this is the best playlist you should ever listen to.
Right.
Jesus Christ. Oh man. I'm gonna put Dijon on the playlist again. His album's pretty freaking great. And
Yeah.
so I'm gonna put My Man on the playlist. I really like that song, and I just really like his album Baby, and one of the best albums of this year. And if you haven't listened to it, yeah, man, it's end of year list season. So start looking at the
Yeah.
end of year list and start listening to some of these albums of music that you may like, and maybe you missed or listened to earlier on, and then you get back to. And this is one of those ones that I like missed earlier on, but I listened to a little bit of it and then got back to it this week while driving. So yeah, check it out, Dijon, Baby. So check it out.
And I'm gonna give you a bonus one since Chris
Hit
isn't
it.
here. Final one from John Cena, his like OG theme song, Basic Thugonomics. This is the theme who made the Doctor of Thugonomics into who John Cena became. The OG theme song, Word Life, baby, Word Life.
And that's the Sounds of Brunch featuring John Cena.
That's right.
Go to tell Siri, tell Alexa to play the Sounds of Brunch. But like, if this is your first time going there, wait till next week.
Last week's songs are still on there, so maybe
Last
start at
week's
the
songs
bottom.
Start at the bottom.
And then work your way back up.
Yeah,
And
start
then-
at the bottom, and we will get back to possibly normal next week. But I
This
guess
is what
next
happens
week
when Chris leaves. I tell you what, just go.
Jesus.
Music's slow and Chris is not here. It's gonna be all John Cena.
Oh my God. All right. Yeah, the Sounds of Brunch playlist exclusively on Spotify. All right. And any final thoughts today on the Brunch Breakdown?
Now that John Cena has retired from in-ring competition, he can focus back on his music career. And maybe him, Prince Cheddarworth, Ched Z, they all sound like rappers. They can all get together and just really, really dig into this thing. And I can't wait. The Sounds of Brunch in 2026 is going to be fire.
Yep. Those songs will not feature Notre Dame either. And that's the Brunch Breakdown. We're out.